Hi and welcome to another video update from the Fire Brigades Union here in the Union's head office in London. We're here today to talk about the role of police and crime commissioners in the fire and rescue service, and we're joined by General Secretary Matt Wrack. Matt, the PCC role in the fire and rescue service, that's a piece of legislation that's going through Parliament and the Union's heavily opposed to that. Just why is the Union opposing?
I think there's various reasons, Tam. I think firstly that it's been forced through without any great support within the fire and rescue service. It will further complicate. There's already lots of different models of how the fire service is run across the UK. This will create another confusion to that with another model of governance. I think it's done at a time when there are huge cuts going through. We're not convinced this will do anything to reduce the level of cuts. I think we've got concerns about maintaining the independence and neutrality of the fire and rescue service in relation to people's perceptions of us vis-a-vis the police. And then I think there's also lots of issues around conditions of service. You know, this is potentially a change of employer. Potentially then that new employer changes how pay and conditions are determined. And obviously quite a lot of threats to our members in that regard as well.
But Matt, some of the firefighters watching this will have suffered under the current governance arrangements, whether it's through county councils or fire authorities, seen massive cuts coming through in the fire and rescue service. And they were saying, well, can PCCs really be so much worse?
No, and I can understand that point of view. And the truth is, without the government, central government, stopping the cuts, then we're going to carry on facing the sort of attacks that we've had for the past 6, 7, 8 years. But what we're not convinced is that this is some sort of magic wand that's going to solve that problem. I think potentially it's less democratic than council-type structures. It's people who have no knowledge or understanding of the fire and rescue service coming in suddenly magically saying that they know all about it and they're going to run the fire and rescue service. So it's a sticking plaster. The real problem is dealing with the underfunding and fragmentation of the fire service. This does nothing to assist us on that.
Well, the plans for PCC takeover are getting rushed through in many brigades at a local level, one of which is Staffordshire. We're joined by Rich Williams from Staffordshire Fire Brigades Union. Rich, why is this such a bad idea for Staffordshire Fire and Rescue Service?
Yes, Tam, in Staffordshire, the fire service have put plans forward for savings till 2020. They've made those savings based on changes to the way we operate and the way we respond already. The PCC's coming in with new ideas of saving additional funds, and they're only going to be able to be made by taking frontline firefighters off the run, or affecting jobs in the back office. And there's a plan of merging back office staff with fire and police, and obviously we see there's going to be a massive reduction in personnel across the service. Also, there's threats to our control operations, which currently we operate a shared control with West Midlands Fire Service. And they're going to be pulled back from there, we believe, into a joint control room with the police, which obviously we've got real concerns about how that will operate and the neutrality between us and police and how we respond as a fire service. So real big issues around the funding, how we're going to move forward functioning as a service, being able to respond to the incidents with the stations we've got already and the appliances available, and also our fire control issues. So they're our main concerns.
Okay, just finally from Matt. Matt, if there's one message you want to get across to the politicians that are putting these plans forward, what would it be on behalf of the union?
Well, I suppose the biggest single thing I would say is come and talk to the Fire Brigades Union. We're the people who represent the people on the front line. Everyone talks, claims that they're out to protect the front line. Well, our people are the people who deliver the fire service on the front line. Come and talk to our officials locally, hear our concerns. We're happy to talk to anyone. We might not agree with them on everything, but we're happy to talk to anyone. We're the people protecting the fire service.
Matt, Rich, thanks very much. You can find the, updates on this issue and indeed every other issue affecting us on our website, and that's www.fbu.org.uk, or you can also follow us for more immediate updates on Twitter, and that's @FBUNational. Until next time, thanks very much, Matt. Thanks so much.